Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video, and in today's video I just want to talk about the new permanent event that we have. This is the Imaginarium Theater. So this event is similar to the Honkai Star Rail Simulated Universe. So if you roughly know how the Honkai Simulated Universe works, you pretty much know 80% of how this game mode will work. I'm here to walk through with you guys how this event fully works from start to end, how to prepare for the event, how to complete the event, and finally how to finish the event and claim your rewards. And with all that said, let's begin with this video. Also, this is a different style of recording. It will be more of me showing gameplay rather than just yapping. So let me know in the comments below if you prefer the style or prefer just me yapping in the camera. So to play the event, you go to some library in Mondstadt. I believe it's at the Knights of Favonius area. So you just go to the bottom and you'll be at this place. So once you're in this place, find this book here. This is the Imaginarium Theater. Now, before you access this book, there is some cutscenes and some like mini stories you have to go through. But once you go through it, you will get to this part where you can actually play the event. So this is the event main page. There are a few things I want to talk about first before we actually play the event. First things first is the season rules. So season rules always changes every season, obviously. And in this season, we only can play characters from the Pyro, Electro, and Anemo element. So every season, there will be different elements you can play. And in this season, we can only play 3 of these. And on top of that, this is our starting roster. So whether you have these characters or not, they will be your starting characters. If you don't own, for example, a Chlorend, you will be using the in-game trial Chlorend that they will give you in your team to be in the starting roster. Next thing to note as well is your supporting cast. So supporting cast is characters you want your friends to use, basically. And in this season, you can only use characters from Pyro, Electro, and Anemo. So generally speaking, when you fill up your roster, try to fill up your roster with characters that match the element so that your friends will actually be able to use the characters that you showcase. To start off the whole event, you will press Performance Prep. So under Performance Prep, first of all, you can select your difficulty. The number here is the number of characters you can bring. So for example, you play easy difficulty, there's only one boss, so you only need to bring 10 characters. For the normal, there is 2 bosses, so you bring 14. And the hard level, obviously, there is 3 bosses. So naturally, you'll be bringing more teammates to a total number of 18. So under the party setup, this is the part I was talking about regarding the opening characters and trial characters. For me, I have every single one of these characters. However, I do not have Farazan built, so I will be using Farazan given in the trial characters. Obviously, before beginning, you can press equipment config to change any equipment that you feel is wrong. However, if you're all good, you can just press next. Okay, so this is the most important part. Before we start, you can select up to 18 characters. And the best part is you can select one supporting cast member from your friend list. So to do that, you just press invite supporting character and it will bring up this page right here you can select from. Personally, for me, I just try to find someone who is a very decked out character. For example, my friend here has C6 Xiao, which is insane. But for today, I'll be using my friend's C6 Kazuha. This is a DPS Kazuha, as you can see. And the constellation numbers, by the way, are beside the characters. For example, my friend here has C6 Jin, C2 Senyun, etc. But for today, I'll be using a C6 Kazuha, which is just so broken. I feel like Kazuha is just a broken character in general. So I'll be using Kazuha. To fill up the rest of the roster, the game already has filtered out characters you can use. One also important thing is you can use characters from this special guest stars. So these characters are elements that do not match the season's rules. However, I do not have any of these special guest characters, literally not a single one. So I won't be able to show you guys that in this video. However, if you have them, feel free to use them. They are pretty good in this season. How I generally plan building my team is I want to play characters that are generally good in a lot of teams. So I don't want, for example, a hyper carry who requires teammates for them to be strong. That's how I see team building. Other than that, feel free to just select any characters you like to use in this event. So after you select your team, just press equipment configuration. Let's say if you want to change any of the equipment, you can go ahead and press that button. If not, let's go to challenge and we'll talk about how the game works. So this is the main menu page. As you can see, this is similar to the simulated universe. Now, the only different thing is there is a progression bar here. So as you can see, there are a few dots followed by a boss icon. Obviously speaking, the boss icon is the bosses. So you can see there are 3 different bosses and there are little stars here. You only progress when you defeat enemies in a battle. For example, let's say you do a non-battle event, you actually wouldn't progress. So you are recommended to spend your currency here in non-combat events events, and also gain currency by beating the combat events. Generally speaking, you want to spend your currency on characters to invite. The reason why is because you have a limited number of times you can use the character, which is 2. So generally having a wider roster means you're able to build your teams more flexibly, and you're able to sustain your character for longer term, meaning you won't be locking them out of a boss fight much earlier. So I generally recommend you select characters to invite first before going to a boss fight. The Wanderer's Boon is just buffs. If you already have very good teams and you already have the characters you want, generally you can go for the buffs. If not, for starters, you can select the Companion Select. This will help you select a character from a list of characters given to you. Let's say you don't like your roster, your current selection right here. Feel free to just press refresh events. This will give you a fresh set of events to do in case you don't like any of the options. Generally, I don't really use this unless there's a specific character you want for a boss fight. You can dig for it. Now, whenever you select an event, as you can see right there will be a new event replacing it in case you still have currency to do so. And in some cases, you actually get this free mystery cash. This is free, so just feel free to use this. There is no harm getting free stuff. Okay, so now that I do not have enough currency, it's time to battle. Now, my general strategy is try to beat enemies that have neutral elements. So characters that do not have an elemental shield or have elemental resistance so that you're able to beat it. So for example, I want to beat this opponent right here. I can just press confirm selection and we'll go on to the preparation phase. So when you press begin, you will spawn in this phase here with a key in the middle. Don't worry, you won't be soloing with Lumin yourself. You're able to access the characters given to you. So to do that, just walk up to the key and press begin performance, and you will have this page right here. So before we begin building our team, there is a list of performance goals that we want to meet at the end of the battle. For example, we want to beat all opponents. This is the main quest. The bonus quest is you want to beat one opponent using a charge attack. So you try to remember to yourself that you want to use a charge attack. And finally, the star challenge. This will give you a star, which will in turn give you rewards later on after the entire run. So try to beat this as well. So for your team building, one important thing to note is that you have this 2 little lighted up things here. This is your life points, or in turn how the game calls it, this is called Vigor points, or Vigor itself. So you only have up to 2 Vigor, means you can only use your characters up to 2 times in a single run, not in a single battle. So do know that, let's say I use my Cloren in this battle, I can only use Cloren another 1 time later on down the road. If you're worried whether you need certain characters, go to your challenge details at the bottom left, press the top left right here, and you will see a list of bosses you want to fight. Press opponent details, and you will see what the bosses do and what are their weakness. And if you're wondering what buffs you have, also press the 3rd button right here. It actually shows you the mysterious cash you have. So these are any buffs you acquire. And the 2nd tab here gives you a list of characters that you have used and characters you can potentially get later down the road. So this is the list of characters I want to rock with. So I'll press start and I will show you guys what happens in battle. So now we're in fight, so you're just going to be doing this normally, and you can see that there is the requirements on the left side of the game. If you want to keep track of the current progression, go ahead and look to your left. Let's say you want to restart, you fumbled your run and you messed up somewhere, or you didn't meet the requirements. Go ahead and press escape and press restart performance. There is no drawback. So similar to the Spiral Abyss, let's say you just mess up, just press restart performance and you're all good. Restarting the performance will bring you back to the key. So you'll have to do everything again, but don't worry, you will not use your Vigor points, as you can see here. So you can retry as many times as you want in order to meet the performance goals. So after you beat a challenge run, you will have a screen right here letting you know of your report. So let's say you missed something out, it will show that you missed it out. And don't worry, you're able to restart the performance. Let's say you really want these extra 20 credits. You can go ahead and press restart performance. It will bring you back again, once again, to the key, and you will repeat everything again. So don't mind me, I went ahead and restart, so I managed to get all 20. So once you finish this and you're satisfied with your result, press next, and you will receive a random character from your supporting roster. So this character, you cannot predetermine it, it's super random, but it's a good thing that you get a character so that you're able to expand your roster for future fights. So once you're done with the event, you'll be back at this theater again. It's pretty annoying. Well, you just be back here to continue with the performance, or to continue with the event, press continue performance right here, and you're good to go. So you can see for the second part, it is pretty much the same. So the strategy, like I said, is try to recruit as many characters as you can, expand your roster so that you won't be running off characters very quickly. So once again, once you beat the performance, you get to this screen again. As you can see right now, my Toma has no more Vigor left, so I won't be able to use Toma anymore for future combat unless I run into certain occurrence that will bring me back to life. But if not, I won't be able to use my Toma anymore. So as you can see right here, this is the boss itself. This is the Battle Climatic Showdown. Once you beat this, you will beat the boss and you'll get a hefty reward for beating this boss. So once again, once you go in, they will actually show you the opponent details. This is the one I'm talking about. This is the weakness. So let's say you have no idea how to go about beating certain bosses. Feel free to just press this and you're good to go. So after beating the boss as well, you will get all the rewards as you can see. So once you're done, just press next, you get a free character and you'll be able to move on as usual. So generally speaking, the boss fight is just like a normal combat fight. It's just that you'll get more rewards and it's just a little bit harder than normal. This is it. This is the performance complete. And once you're done with this, you press the credits. Obviously, if you want, you can go ahead and look at all these credits. But to save time, I'm just going to skip. And you will see the number of stars you gain. Obviously, I missed one, so I didn't get the full 8 stars. But let's say you did miss one, you should be completely fine and you can get all 8 stars. So when you complete the event, this chest here will be filled. You can go over here and claim your rewards. For me, I've already claimed it. So I'll just show you guys what rewards you will get once you complete every single part of the event. So the reason why I stress to always get the stars and always beat the bonus is so that you can get all 8 stars here. If you get all 8 stars, you get all these juicy primo gems, which is very important. And the best part is this is the first time you're completing it, so you're able to get all these juicy rewards from the debut performance gift. And with that, I mark the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. If you like these kind of videos, please do leave a like, comment down below whether you prefer this style of commentating or you prefer just me yapping with some background video. And finally, do subscribe. We'll be doing more guides in the future. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.